So it's 2025, guys, and you know it's tax season right now. Everybody's favorite, right? Tax season, and actually tax season is slowly wrapping up here in a couple of weeks, and you'd be surprised how many people are not paying taxes, not just from this previous year, 2024, but they haven't been paying taxes for years. We're going to break down this topic in this video, a couple of videos we're going to react to, guys. So let's get into it. If you find value, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subs here on this channel. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's talk about taxes.
So what happened with the whole we're not paying taxes thing? Because I still haven't filed. This would be year 2. Sorry, just making sure the IRS wasn't listening. But seriously, I haven't filed this year. And I was just wondering, are we still on the bandwagon? Like, are we still sticking together and sticking it to the man and the IRS and stuff and not paying taxes? Because let me tell you something. If I'm the only one that ends up in prison for this, all right? If I'm the only one that gets charged and fined a bunch of money, all right? Because all of y'all were just bullshitting and talking out your ass, I'm going to be a little upset, okay? All right? And somebody is going to need to put some money on my books, all right? Because this app was filled with, 2 months ago or something, it was filled with, yeah, we're going to stick it to the man, we're not paying taxes and stuff. And I don't see any of that anymore. All I see now is, I can't wait for my refund. So, what are we doing here?
So, yeah, everybody's probably like, oh, I'm not paying taxes. Screw taxes. But low-key, they're filing taxes. They're doing their taxes. I'm pretty sure I saw that on TikTok a couple of months ago. Maybe it was around the TikTok ban, right? Well, it didn't get banned, but when they tried to ban it the first time or the second time, I'm losing track of how many times at this point, guys. But, yeah, don't... It's funny, right? We're joking, but you got to file taxes, guys. I know it sucks, paying taxes, Uncle Sam, blah, 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 but you got to do it.
I haven't filed taxes since 2020.
Did you even know this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they did know. They just didn't let me know. Why the possible Why? Just why? It's just, I feel like you're collecting the just like stupid infinity stones of dumb.
So 2020, I filed and I got a return. 2021, I was gonna have to pay money and I didn't have the money, and so I was
How much?
like $300.
Go on.
The next year comes around and it was a little more. It was like
How much?
$400 or $500.
Oh, for sake, you're ruining your life on $750 so far. What the are you talking about? Go on.
This year, I actually would have.
You've made money this year.
I would have gotten a return, or not
this year.
Not this year. 2023. Sorry, not this year. This year.
Oh, good death. Okay. Yep.
2023. I would have gotten a return, a small one. But they ask for a PIN from your last year's taxes so you can file this year's now. And I didn't have that PIN, so I couldn't file it. So I have to do like by mail and figure that out.
With penalties and everything, you probably only owe $1,000. Why not just get this taken care of before they come after your fucking wages and garnish you, hit you with penalties and interest? Why do this to yourself? Why put yourself in such a risky position at such a young age for no reason? I really don't understand.
So yeah, man, the second you stop filing for a year, then 2 years, 3 years, like this guy, it just keeps on getting worse. The penalties pile up, the amount you owe just keeps on piling up, and we already know most people are not fantastic with money, with their personal finances, right? We already know that. So they're probably already in debt. People in general, they're behind on taxes. They got all these bills piling up. You don't want to be in that situation. And like Caleb said, they start garnishing your wages after a certain point. Maybe not for this guy. I mean, he doesn't owe much. He doesn't owe much in taxes, about $1,000, $750. That's no money at the end of the day. But if he owed like 5, 10, 20,000, 50,000, 15,000, maybe more, yeah, I mean, they'd be coming after this guy. It wouldn't be good. So get on it. Stay on top of it. Don't let it go. I mean, if you let it go for a couple of years, you're in a pretty bad spot. But if it's a year or two, that's not too bad. Get on it, recover, and get back on track, man, because the last person you want on your back, or the last government entity, at least in my opinion, is the IRS. You don't want them in your life more than they already are, right?
If the government bans TikTok, I'm not going to pay my taxes. I said it. TikTok is my job, all right? I get money from this. Last year, the money that I earned from TikTok, I paid taxes on it. This year, I'm not doing that, all right? If you can't take away my job and then still demand taxes, that's not how this works, all right?
So, yeah, I mean, I get it. I get the frustration, but do you think the IRS gives a crap? Honestly, do you think the IRS cares where you earned your income from, whether it's TikTok, whether it's, dog sitting, whether it's doing Uber, whether it's working for an accounting firm? It doesn't matter. In the IRS's mind, it is income earned, right? So you got to pay taxes on it. So, yeah, I mean, you can protest all you want. Be like, oh, I'm sticking it to the man. I'm not paying my income tax from TikTok. Well, guess what, guys? Eventually, the IRS is going to get you, right? It doesn't matter where your income comes from, as long as it is a legal source of income. It's being reported, which with TikTok income, you can't really get around it. I mean, you need to put your bank account on there. It's, there's a digital footprint of your income. You kind of have to pay taxes on it, right? There's no way around it. It's not like it's cash under the table or something. So, yeah, you can protest all you want, but you're going to get in trouble either way. What do you guys think? And, oh, by the way, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. It really helps out in the YouTube algorithm. Cheers to that, by the way, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As always, let's continue on here.
Hey, yo, so who's with me, man? Look. This is the year where I'm not paying no taxes. I'm not paying no taxes. I'm not taking my tax receipts in. I'm not taking my little W-2s and all that shit we get in the mail. I'm not taking them in, bro. I'm not taking them in. I don't give a fuck. I already pay taxes on every fucking thing that I buy. Jesus. Are you kidding me? This year, I'm not doing it. You can catch up to me in 2 or 3 years. Catch up to me in 2 or 3 years.
So, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's all jokes. At least I hope this guy's joking. I'm pretty sure he's joking. But he brings up a very interesting and a good point. We all pay so many taxes, and I'm talking about here in the United States. I mean, I'm sure it's like this pretty much everywhere in, first world countries at least. I don't know, but in the U.S., you have, obviously, income tax, which is what we're talking about mostly in this video, but you have sales tax, you got property tax, you got this tax, that tax. There's taxes on everything. So it is a little bit frustrating, right? When you think about it, a lot of your money goes to taxes, whether it's, again, income tax, you go to the store, you got sales tax, you got, again, property tax if you have a home. It's unbelievable. So income tax, you can't really get around. I mean, if you have a W-2 job, obviously, if you have a business, there's write-offs. If you do real estate, we'll talk about that actually in a second here, guys. There's things you could do there with real estate, but, if you're just an average person, you make $50K a year, which is the average salary, I'm pretty sure, in the U.S. right now, you can't really get around income tax. But I think there is a case overall for people, or not people, but for the government to get rid of other taxes like sales tax, property tax, or at least reduce those. Because, I mean, we're just getting taxed out the wazoo in the U.S. at this point, guys. Something's got to give. This is insane.
So now y'all holding the taxes? If you thinking about filing your taxes, don't file them. Just don't even file them. They're not even giving us our taxes this year. So you mean I done went and filed my taxes and I'm not gonna get my taxes? Y'all don't understand. People be dependent on them taxes. We wait all year to get these taxes and then y'all just gonna take them away from us. I was planning on putting my $1,000 in my bank account so I could rotate it, so I could be able to get my accounts receivable up on my businesses that I just opened. I just needed to open one more business. I need $200 to open one more business. And that way I can start rotating my $1,000 so I can build my accounts receivables for my business. But now I can't even do that.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut this one here, guys. I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what she's talking about in terms of rotating accounts receivable, business. I mean, if you're, banking on tax refunds for a business or to start a business, you're probably not in the position to have at least a legitimate business. I don't know what she exactly is doing here, but yeah, and first of all, guys, tax refunds, do you realize what that is? That means you overpaid on taxes throughout the year. And I get it. I mean, most people, they would have spent that money, so it's actually not a bad thing for the average person that doesn't have personal finance or high personal finance IQ like many people in the world, right? It's not bad if the government takes a little more taxes than they should have, and then they give you a refund in April or March or whenever the heck it comes, or May. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had a tax refund in years, guys. I have my own business at this point, but, I don't know. Makes sense a little bit, but not the biggest fan of that. I mean, what do you guys think?
Want to stop paying taxes the legal way? Just quit your job and stop working.
So I had to throw that one in there, guys. I saw this guy a while ago, actually. I don't know. I forget. I don't think it was this video. I think it was a different video. But I was like, oh my God. I was searching clips for this video, and this popped up. Oh my God. Unbelievably funny, man. Kudos to that guy.
I never pay taxes. If there's a way not to pay, I never pay.
You're constantly basically flipping your money into other real estate.
Yeah, exactly. So I never have the money, right? I can never actually touch the money in a real estate transaction. If you touch any of the money, then it's going to get taxed. So what I would do is I would just trade into another deal. I'm not avoiding the IRS. I'm just deferring till the future so that I can get my money to work. They don't teach you this in college. The value of the property, the equity in the property, it went from 350 grand, 3 million, 9 million to 12 million. I can't spend any of it. This equity is growing. It's paying me every month in passive income. So let's say it was 10% or 8%, whatever the number is, it goes from 350 to 3 million to 12 million dollars. I can actually receive less money every month and my income's going up.
With all these real estate deals, whenever you're selling a piece of property, do you put all the money into a new piece of property? Because if you don't, you end up paying massive taxes on it.
So yeah, that's a strategy that the wealthy people use out there. It's called a 1031 exchange. Grant Cardone pretty much, explained it, and that's a legal way, a loophole, again, that the, wealthier people with money, that's what they use to actually not pay taxes, or at least defer taxes very far into the future, usually after they die. I mean, that's the reality. A lot of these, billionaires, mega millionaires, this is what they do, and it's actually legal, a legal loophole. That's legit. That's legit right there, guys. If you don't want to pay taxes, at least on, your real estate, your properties, well, look up 1031 exchange. And if you got some money or you have aspirations to be in real estate one day, like me personally, that's me. That's the boat I'm in right now. I don't have property at this point. I don't have any real estate. My wife and I rent at this point. But in the future, guys, we're going to have some properties. And that's a rule, or not a rule, but a tax loophole that we're going to implement for sure, at least with our real estate holdings in the future. Again, we don't have anything now. The market's nuts. I mean, this real estate market is nuts. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Pretty good video today talking about taxes. Have you filed your taxes yet? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually curious what you guys are up to. But yeah, with that being said, if you found value, smash the like button, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.